In an absolute enormous development, the U.S. Senate may soon consider a new proposal encompassing many new robust requirements that will upgrade military and intelligence investigations of UAP. This is a story that Douglas Johnson broke today, November 5th, 2021. A link to his excellent article can be found in the description below. It's far more encompassing than this presentation. On November 4th, 2021, the proposal was quietly filed by Senator Kirsten Gillibrand as a possible amendment to the fiscal year 2022 National Defense Authorization Act. Before the end of November, the full U.S. Senate may take up this bill. This is a tectonic upgrade to all of the UAP legislative measures that have been taken and openly considered thus far. For starters, unlike three other proposals dealing with UAP, Gillibrand's amendment would push for the issuance of public, unclassified UAP reports on a yearly basis. This new proposal by Gillibrand would include sharing information on UAP events associated with nuclear weapon platforms. In the UFO public report published on June 25th through the Director of National Intelligence, there were no mentions of incursions into, for example, nuclear missile installations. As we all know, this is a huge piece of the puzzle of the UFO historical record. Historian Robert Hastings has extensively documented these types of incursions going back many decades. Even if future public UFO reports do not discuss these kind of incursions, it's still an absolute necessity that the U.S. Congress become apprised of them. Under the Gillibrand Amendment, a UAP-focused office to be named the Anomaly Surveillance and Resolution Office, or ASRO, would replace the current UAP task force. From Douglas Johnson's article, while the ASRO would be responsible for planning, coordination, and reporting, the amendment would explicitly require the Secretary of Defense and the DNI to designate existing line organizations, major military or intelligence components, to conduct field investigations of UAP and to ensure that the designated organization or organizations have available adequate personnel with requisite expertise, equipment, transportation, and other resources necessary to respond rapidly to incidents or patterns of observations of UAP. In addition, the proposal would require the ASRO head to develop a science plan to develop and test as practicable scientific theories to account for characteristics and performance of unidentified aerial phenomena that exceed the known state-of-the-art in science or technology, including in the areas of propulsion, aerodynamic control, signatures, structures, materials, sensors, countermeasures, weapons, electronics, and power generation, and to provide the foundation for potential future investments to replicate any such advanced characteristics and performance. The amendment also requires the DNI and Secretary of Defense to ensure that the designated line organizations have authority to draw on special expertise of persons outside the federal government with appropriate security clearances. I find it interesting there is an explicit acknowledgement that at the very least, UAP may represent technology that exceeds the known state of the art in science and technology. And it's also mentioned the potential for investing in an effort to replicate advanced characteristics and performance of UAP. Gillibrand's proposal would give classified briefings twice annually to the House and Senate Armed Services and Intelligence Committees. In addition, her amendment would require that the chairs and ranking minority members of the Armed Services and Intelligence Committees be told twice a year of any instances in which data related to unidentified aerial phenomena was denied to the Anomaly Surveillance and Resolution Office, or ASRO, because of classification restrictions on that data or for any other reason. Fascinatingly, Gillibrand's amendment requires the Secretary of Defense and the DNI to establish an advisory board called, quote, Aerial and Transmedium Phenomena Advisory Committee, which would advise the ASRO and the DNI on UAP-related matters. Take note that the advisory board has the term, quote, trans-medium phenomena embedded in it, which speaks to the alleged capability of some UAP to break the air-water barrier or the water-air barrier, which is impossible as far as known technology is concerned on the scale that some UAP are reported to accomplish. This advisory board would contain a maximum of 25 appointees who would have to be eligible for a security clearance. The individuals chosen for this advisory board would be experts in various fields that are pertinent to some aspect of the investigation and analysis of UAP. Whew. Well, there you have it, folks. This is yet again, in my opinion, an escalation in this topic, underscoring that we have entered new territory, and what's happening now has no equivalent parallel from the past. It's too early to tell if Gillibrand's proposal will make it into the final bill. That said, the very fact that it has been proposed is a victory in itself. Please do not forget to subscribe. And if you'd like to support this channel, you could check out my merch shop where I have t-shirts. I just added a brand new design for t-shirts and hoodies and the like, which I think is gangbusters. You could also become a patron or even a YouTube member, and all of that can be found in the description below, or you could just slap a like on this bad boy and I will appreciate it so much, or you could even give me a one-time donation. No matter how you support me, I really appreciate it, and I thank you for it. And I will see you in the next episode. Special thanks to all YouTube members, patrons, those who bought merch, those who have given me one-time donations. I couldn't do without you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. See you in the next episode.